In today's video, we're going to restore Imperial rule and return power where it belongs, in the hands of the Emperor. The moment you start, you're met with a messenger. Some stuff happened and you must make a choice. Prepare for conflict or strive for stability. The choice is obvious. To ensure peace and stability, one must prepare for conflict. Then it's time for lifestyle focus. First, go to diplomacy and select majesty focus for extra prestige. The goal is the diplomat trait for some extra influence. If he is on either of these two paths instead of diplomat, feel free to give him some extra stress by resetting it. He's a grown man, he can handle it. After that, go to Dynasty Legacy and choose Bounteous Loins. Your children are your most valuable currency here. Unfortunately, it's a currency this wife can't give you anymore because she's almost 45. So you must take the hard decision of divorcing her and marrying a younger one.
The hardest choices require the strongest wills.
If you have any men at arms, disband them. We won't be causing any violence, so we won't need them. Peace is our only option. Plus, it will save you some gold. Now it's time for the manor. Go to the manor house and check what kind of buildings you already have. For the beginning, build anything that makes you money. The only exception would be the family archive. This one will give you influence, and you need that more than gold. Now wait until you get invited to a house block, like this one. Only except if it's from the Murakami block. The reasons being, a few powerful houses are in the Murakami block, and it has the same house aspiration as the Imperial house Yamato. Having the same aspiration is important because of the cohesion feature of house blocks. The higher the cohesion, the more the benefits. High cohesion can be achieved if all the member houses of the block have the same aspiration. At the same time, service is the only aspiration that grants influence, which means a block with service aspiration also grants bonus influence. Once you get the diplomat trait, change focus to wealth. You only need golden obligation, and it is my domain for some extra gold. After a few years, you should have a bunch of kids. Get them betrothed for alliances. This part is very crucial, so stay with me. The right alliance can get you a lot of influence, and you can never have too much of that. Here's what you need to do. First, look for Ritsuryo governors. You won't get any influence from Soryo rulers. After that, click the icon and check if the candidate is the governor's child or not. If they are, check if the governor is the head of his house or not. This person isn't the head of his house, so we won't get any influence from an alliance with him. Moving on, for this candidate, again, we'll check if she is the governor's child or not, and surprisingly, this 3-year-old girl is the daughter of this 62-year-old man. The medieval times. And the governor is actually the head of his house, so we'll get an alliance with him. And just like that, we're getting 1 extra influence per month. Always stay on the lookout for your regent's kids, because an alliance with him gives 1.5 influence per month. If you play your cards right, after marrying off your children, you should start getting a decent amount of influence per month. Now the real question is, why do we need so much influence? The reason is the system by which the ruling regent is appointed. Appointment to this office, which is unique to Japan, is determined via a candidate score, this number. The more of that you have, the higher you are in the line of succession for the ruling regent. For example, the emperor is currently pretty far away from being the next ruling regent. However, using influence, we can influence that score. Well, not now, when we have enough, influence. If you have enough gold saved up, upgrade your manor house for 0.25 extra influence per month, and upgrade your family archive for another 0.25 influence per month. But it's not a must. Saving your gold is also an option. You'll need a lot of gold at the end. Same goes for upgrading your house aspiration with prestige. But it's better if you do upgrade it. Prestige comes and goes, as they say, or something like that. The last thing you need to do before completing your preparation is to run a promote scheme on yourself. Once you successfully execute this scheme, your candidate score goes up by 50. I don't know what happens during the scheme. My guess is that your agents hire a bunch of people to say good things about you in feasts, festivals, and other social events. And once you successfully execute the scheme, everyone is like, yeah, I know that guy. I've heard a lot of good things about him. He's pretty cool. I heard he's very influential. I hope he becomes the next ruling regent. And that is how you get the extra 50 candidate score. Now we wait. The waiting is done. At this point, we can influence the succession of the regent. And just like that, the heavenly emperor of the land of the rising sun is said to be his own regent, as absurd as it sounds. Since we're completely peaceful, we'll wait for the current regent to, how do I put this delicately? Die. And then succeed him. And he's dead. Which means the heavenly emperor of the land of the rising sun actually controls the land of the rising sun now. Or does he? The system is trying to guilt trip the emperor into abdicating and becoming a retired emperor and a monk. Preposterous! We'll never accept such terms. Finally, we can celebrate. But should we? We're not done yet. We still have to take the decision to restore direct imperial rule and make the title hereditary. Until then, these factions will continue breathing down on the emperor's neck and increase their power. But would you look at that? We can't take the decision because somebody spent all their prestige to upgrade their house aspiration. Now is a great time to put all those accumulated gold to use. Splurge a bit and organize an awesome coronation. One coronation later, the emperor is prestigious again. As I've already said, prestige comes and goes. Now all that's left to do is to take this historic decision that will go down in history as the second most glorious day in the history of the land of the rising sun. That, I believe, wraps this up rather nicely. Shoutout to Unboxing Kitsune, Zegoyawa, History of Fusionado 478, The American Empire 4679, Hyperbeast 6052, Bargyar, and John for interacting with me in the comments of the previous video. Thank you for your support. If you watched till this point, give yourself a hug on my behalf. You are amazing. Consider hitting the like button, leave your thoughts and suggestions in the comments, and subscribe to my channel. That will support me tremendously. Thank you, goodbye for now, and I'll see you in the next one.